Still waiting for a big smile out of you. You're up 2-0. What's the story? Are you not happy, or you're only half happy, or?
Still to be happy about.
You're up 2-0.
Job's not finished. Job finished.
Hold up. It's runner one. Siri, play that new shit. Yeah. Yeah. Run to one. Time to get it done. Pressure zone. Feeling like a ton. Run to one. Time to get it done. Precious. 3, 2. Who want it? Who want it?
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen.
Who want it?
Two. Bricks,
Yeah.
Could have been anywhere in the world, but you here with me. I appreciate that. So without further ado, let's get right into it.
Yes, sir. Let's get right into it. Welcome, boys and girls, ladies and gents, children of all ages, I guess. Another episode of Rick's BLAZIN Takes. I am Rick Blaze, and this is Rick's BLAZIN Takes, and I'll be giving you the ins and outs of what's going on in SimWorld, and there's a lot to talk about. I have to start it out first and foremost with let's get the bad news out the way first, right? With the Marcus Laster situation, right? Former coach of SimWorld Prep of Yacht Club, Marcus Laster was arrested immediately following the game on yesterday in Houston, with this connection with this whole scandal going on with the Hyman and all that. Look, I don't have all the details of it, but this is a big day and sad day for SimWorld Prep. The sad day is because we're having to deal with this again, especially on the heels of a great Final Four we've had, or quad that we've had of teams playing, and a great game that happened last night. So it's sad that we have to even talk about this, that we have to address it, we have to give it energy, because it's just an unfortunate situation, and we don't know how deeply rooted this whole thing goes. But the good news is, I think we're on the side of healing at this point. It's kind of like when you're sick and your body has to go through all of the symptoms. You effectively have to get worse before you start to feel better. So I think that's what we're doing now. I think this is another symptom that we had to go through as a league, and hopefully this was the last symptom, and we can start getting better, feeling better now. I'm sure I'm sure moving forward there's gonna be a much strenuous look into these coaches' background or potential coaches' background, because they're coaching up these young men, and they're supposed to be leading by example. So I'm sure the coaches and the league officials are going to do an even more strenuous background check before they decide to hire these coaches here in SimWorld Prep. So I got to get that out of the way. So my heart goes out to the Yacht Club team, the players, their families who entrusted this coach to do right by them. And unfortunately, that wasn't the case. And not only to the Yacht Club, but all the teams that were affected directly or indirectly from the coaches making these silly mistakes. Okay, now let's get to the game. Very good game early on. Yacht Club versus the Originators. And let me say this. Coming into the game, the Yacht Club was playing some of the best basketball in SimWorld Prep that we've seen. They were locking it down on defense. They were getting at it on offense. They were manhandling a lot of teams that they played leading up to this point. They get into the game yesterday, and they look severely, after the first quarter, they start looking severely overmatched. They have the reigning defensive player of the year, and that's Josiah Cook, and he's only 15 years old. So the young man has a bright future ahead of him. So this is not to dump nothing on Josiah Cook. But Josiah Cook and his team look severely overmatched by the Originators. So my question is, was the Yacht Club not as good as we thought they were? Or are the OGs that damn good that they made them not look as good on yesterday? My conclusion is the OGs are that damn good. Cooper Flag, the people's consensus player of the year. I tell you, every week that goes by, the geeks that decided whoever they decided, whoever they are that decided to not put him as player of the year, you look sillier and sillier every single week. This ages badly every single week. It looks dumber and dumber. The young man has proven time and time again, and when it counted most, that he is without a doubt, unequivocally, the number one player in SimWorld Prep, period. I don't care who his coach is, who his coach was supposed to be, who used to be his coach, what team. It doesn't matter. Stop with the nonsense. This player, this talent, Cooper Flag, is unguardable. On offense, he will make you look bad with his defense at times. He is a one-of-one player and is not even close. Shout out to Coach Dodge for putting him in position, putting him at the point guard now position. Put these bigs that has to guard him in a very vulnerable position, and he's just tying. He's just killing them, bro. 1-on-1, off the screen, doesn't matter. He's wearing them out like a set of old brakes on a Ford Toyota Taurus. He is wearing everybody out, and it's not even close. I'm telling you, revisions history is gonna look back and say, what? What were y'all thinking? Don't say y'all. I've been told y'all he was that dude number one all year long. Been saying it. Oh my gosh. The OGs, but it's not just about Cooper Flag. So I gave him his flowers. Let me give Coach Dodge her flowers. Now, do I think she should have won Coach of the Year? I'm not going that far. I like Coach Kutza as the award winner for that. So I'm not piggybacking. I'm not just taking away everything, right? I like what Coach Kutza, what he did with the talent he did. But you got to give Coach Dodge some credit. Her ability to get those players to buy into her system. If you notice all year long, now, of course, winning helps, but you never hear any rumblings coming out of their locker room. You never hear any negativity coming out from their players. Win, lose, or draw. Now, they ain't even lost much, so winning does cure all. But there's never you never hear anything but team concept, teamwork coming from those guys. And that's all because of the coach and the leader that they have in that locker room and on that team. She's got those guys buying in. Not only that, she got guys stepping up in the biggest of moments. I want to highlight a really quick St. Lamar and Justin McGavin. Those guys play less than 20 minutes a game during the regular season. They're playing really big minutes when it counts most. How do you know, if you're Coach Dodge, how do you know to go to those players in these moments when they haven't done it for you in the regular season? Because she knows her team. And she has her guys coached up. St. Lamar and Justin McGavin, those guys are two underrated defenders. I'm not saying they're world beaters in defending, but they give the opposing team players fits on a defensive side. And I think that's helped. Though they have the right ingredients to win it all. In the past years, I've gone on record and I've said I don't think Coach Dodge teams have had a chance can win it all, and they haven't. But this year is the first year I'm saying they do have what it takes to win it all. So congratulations to Coach Dodge, the OGs, the entire team, from Cooper Flag to Ilgauskas to Boateng to Kamari Ward to Jay Laster to what's my guy's been playing really good lately, Coates. They just from top to bottom, they got the right guys in the right places that make the right plays at the right time. Just smart basketball. And with Cooper Flag being all world, that can happen. All right, let's talk about the other side. Tonight, we got it going on. We popping it off. We have the final two teams that's going to be playing for their right to go to the championship. And we have Rocky Mountain, Monstars, and we have SimWorld Europe. Now, they have two very contrasting styles of play. Rocky Mountain likes to run up and down the court. Europe, not so much. They funded through their big man, right? So it should be a very interesting game. In these types of games is whichever team can impose their style of play more on the other usually comes out as the winner, right? If the game is in the 70s, if it gets 75 points or higher, I like Rocky Mountain to win this. If it's 74 points or lower, Europe has a really good shot. Really good shot to win this. We're going to see what happens, but I don't know who's going to win. But I can tell you who I think will be the better opponent against the OGs in the championship. I'm going to give you my opinion, and we can cuss and discuss in the chat. I'm going to give you my opinion who I think will be the better opponent against OGs, and I think the better opponent, in my opinion, will be Rocky Mountain Monsters. Nothing against SimWorld Europe, but I think Rocky Mountain's style of play, you have to look. If you're going to have a chance to beat the OGs, you have to put up points. I say it again. If you're going to have a chance to beat the OGs, you have to have the ability to put up mad points, yo. And you need to have the ability to put up mad points by having more than one player that can have the ability to go off for 20 or more. And Rocky Mountain has that. Now, they got to beat Europe first. So let's not put the cart in front of the horse. They have to beat Europe first. But if you're asking me which two teams would I find the most challenging game between, I'm going to say Rocky Mountain versus the OGs for the finals. We'll see. It all unveils itself tonight after tonight's game. Let's put it in the chat. Let's cuss and discuss. Who do you feel will be the best matchup for the finals? OGs versus Rocky Mountain, Monsters, or OGs versus SimWorld Europe? Let's talk about it. Happy Juneteenth. See y'all on the other side.
Run to one, time to get it done. Pressure zone, feeling like a ton. Run to one, time to get it done.